My check 1 2 1 2. My check 1 2 1 2. It's your boy in the building. What is you gonna do? Yeah. Alright. Let me share this out to my Discord. Right quick before we start. So we already got everything already drawn up. So we already did our pre-market prep. Everyone be live on YouTube. I like trading more on YouTube. Alright, we ready. Alright, let's make sure everything work. Here we go. Let's make sure everything copacetic. Alright, Gucci. Alright, so we got all our levels here. Let's go to a higher time frame out the gate. So this is a weekly chart. As you see, we're still making what? We're still making low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So we're still bullish, right, on a higher time frame. So we go to a daily. But as you see here on the daily, you see how we low, high, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. This is where it starts getting tricky. You see how it now it pulls back to the change in the state, fair value gap, daily, start displacing. So it's looking like we may switch. It's respecting, right? So you go to a 4-hour. You see here, it's starting to switch, as you see. See how it comes up and literally rejects. So we have this. Zoom in a little tighter. On a daily, we have this bearish fair value gap here. It's kind of pink. I don't know why I have it, but daily fair value you see it's already rejecting fair value gap, and it pulled back to the most sensitive part of this order block on the daily. Right. So you go to a 4-hour, we already got that higher time frame changing the state of delivery. So you see, right? But remember, all-time highs is always a magnet also. So you just gotta be mindful of that. But you see how it's kind of switching so far. So, and we never traded. We had this opening day. We had this gap right here on Sunday that never got filled also. So you see how we just rallied, pulled back into that zone we just spoke about. Then we started to displace lower. See that? So I'm expecting maybe a comeback into this zone before we kind of go higher. But if we break this zone, start going lower. But and our midnight open is already above us, so we can have a trending day to the downside. So, so we got 5 minutes for market open. Like I said, we got all our levels. We got midnight open above us. We got all this buy side up here. We already got all of this swept out. So only thing we're expecting is this gap right here. This gap right here to get retraced into. And on a daily time frame, we are pulling back into this. So you see how we create this zone right here, right? This order block changing the state on a higher time frame. We leave it, come back, respect it. Shall we respect it? Rally away. So just not counting this big drop right here, right? But you see it still kind of like held it. So we come back. So we can kind of bounce here. But that's why I'm thinking if we just dump, we could kind of like, but you never know. Because all-time highs is a magnet. So you just want to see what type of price action we're going to get. This right here is that daily order block right here. So let's see if we could get some support in any of these levels. because we do have double highs, right? We got these double highs right here. Got these double highs. Got this buy side right here. So let's see what we get. Market open in 4 minutes. Mm-mm. 3 minutes to the market open. All right. We got 3 minutes to market open. Market open in 1 minute. So ES is already in its gap. So we could actually create a good SMT to the downside. That'd be lovely. All right, let's get it. Let's get it on. All right, let's get it. We got market open. Want to see if either it sweeps here or if it sweeps here, but I already feel like it should return back into this new day opening gap because it's just unmitigated, it never got tapped into. So I want to see what type of order flow we get. Man, we already got an S&T. Damn, early. Oh, we waiting, we being patient. It's Tuesday. All right, no more SMT. That's good. ES swept that low. At the moment, you see price just keep returning back to this 830 open. So I want to see if we have the willingness to come into this zone. Before we go attack any buy side. Let's see what type of price action we're going to get. Are we going to get low resistance or are we going to get high resistance? The difference between low resistance and high resistance is high resistance is when it makes it low, makes it high, low, high, low, high. It's staying in the same range, right? It's staying in the same range, kind of like a consolidation. And no matter what fair value gap gets created, right? No matter what fair value gap gets created in the midst of this, of course, it may respect some, right? Of course, it may respect some fair value gaps, but for the majority of the fair value gaps, it's not going to really respect them. It's going to kind of like disrespect them. So, especially when it takes out the high and the low, right? Something that's called a seek and destroy, right? When it's taking out the high and low, it's seeking liquidity, it's seeking your stop loss, right? And then it's not respecting nothing, none of these inefficiencies that it creates, right? That's a high resistance market. Low resistance market is when it creates a low, high. It respects the fair value gap, right? It respects it and it runs, not taking out the low or highs, right? It's respecting order flow. That's low resistance. That's the type of market that you want to be in. So let's see what we get. Let's see what ES is. All right. Let's see if ES also take out its low, or do we create a SMT? Because at the moment, this NQ took out. NQ took out this low, and ES still hasn't taken out this same low. But it's right there, so it may. Let's see. Yeah, look like we about to go take out that low. It's literally one tick away. But you see how we tap? We came close to that daily order block. Let's see if it respects it a little bit. Okay, that low got swept. Perfect. All right, we got another sell side right here. It's actually a minor sell side. Mm. Market open literally just went down to the moon. If you're bullish, that's what you want to see. You want to see the market go down first. I really would love to see it come into this zone. Just a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Because ES already came into its zone. All right, we swept out that. And then we took out this low. So let's see if ES. Let's see if ES is going to follow suit or not follow suit. There we go. We got a nice tap into it finally. Because that knew the opening gap had to get mitigated. Because how you going to leave that open like that? You see, so it's true. Gaps that get filled, that gaps that gets created loves to get filled. So let's see if we could get some bullish order flow right now. That'd be lovely. ES has ES has not taken out that low either, so that's pretty good. See if we could get some bullish order flow. I would be expecting this zone to use as an inverse. So it looks like we do have an SMT. All right, so we got an SMT with ES and Q. I'm just looking for this bearish fair value gap to get used as an inverse. Yeah, for that we're looking for a change in the state of delivery also. So let's see if we can get these things to align. We're deep in a discount, right? We're deep in a discount. Just pull back to the zone. We just swept. Now let's see if we can get some bullish order flow. But remember, we got to be patient. Right? You already know that's the key. Patience, discipline, risk management, and a high quality setup. The 950 to 1010 macro is about to start in about like in 10 minutes. I would love to see that low stay intact on ES. See if we can find some support, or is it going to take out this low also? It'll be okay because this low is still protected on ES, so we still not have not. I still we still have not taken it out on ES. So let's see. So far we got a SMT, and we're deep in a discount. We're below our opening prices, midnight and 8:30. We have a lot of confluences to go high. We just filled that gap. Let's see if we make a lower low. Okay, we make a lower low. Okay, so no more SMT. That low got swept out on ES. No more SMT. I think it got swept out by it's a little bit. Yep. Swept. Yep. Definitely got swept. All right. So you see, we just opened up and then displaced lower. We're rejecting these higher time frame key levels, but we have all of this buy side left. So let's see if we actually disrespect this zone. I don't really think we're gonna end up disrespecting this zone though. We should find some support in this region. I thought the SMT would have held, but and remember we're below both our opening prices. Midnight open is way up here. So we if you're bearish, we can't have a trending day, right? We can't have a trending day. Like to the downside. Like it's definitely possible. But right now we're deep in a discount. So you don't want to keep going short from here, right? You want to just remember if you want to go short, your best place is going to buy in a premium. Your best longs is going to be in a discount. So let's see if we could get some support out of this zone. First percentage fair value gap where it's way up is up here somewhere. Right here. See, and that's why you want to wait for multiple confluences, right? Yes, you see how it came into the zone, did exactly what we was expecting. But look, it lacked displacement. It used this fair value gap here to go lower, creating a change in the state right here, right? That's why you don't want to just get into plays just because it hits a certain level. You want to wait for confirmation. So right now, all we're doing is literally creating change in the states to the downside. I want to see if we actually break this. Cause like, well, are we gonna come get this low right here? That'd be crazy. Let's see what type of order flow we get. First 15 minutes just went by. All we literally did was just deliver to the downside. I will use this SIBI right here, but I'd rather wait till it creates like a market structure shift above this zone right here. Disrespecting this inverse. Then eventually we'll create a breaker right here. Use the breaker, then use the first presented fair value gap to go higher. That'd be ideal. Let's see what type of order flow we get. But if you're bearish, if you're thinking about going short, we do have multiple fair value gaps here that you could actually go short at. But I'm not really short like that today, because all-time highs is still right there. We just retraced so crazy already. So it pulled back into this fair value gap right here, into the change in the state right here. So if you're bearish, you want to see these up close candles, which is bullish candles. You want to see bullish candles offer resistance and push you lower. If you're bearish, but if you're bullish, you want to see it disrespect these bearish PD rays that gets formed. I'm not gonna draw. I'm gonna draw it just to see how it actually. I'm expecting it to be an inverse, so let's see. So it closed, came down. Let's see if it kind of holds here. So I see how it went. It opened, went down. You want to see it hold support, right? Just like this one. But you see it hit equilibrium and drop. I think getting in right now would be too early. Wait, do you got news? We don't have no red folder news though. I think we got news at 12 p.m. and 1. We got red folder news at 12 and 1. And that's about it. So we are deep in a discount. So your best buys, you know. So it looks like we came, hit there. So let's see if we could close above here, create a new change in state, because we have no down close candles in this run up right here. Only thing we got that supported price higher was this inverse right here. But let's see what it do. Patience is the key. Patience is the key. So I feel like this will be a too early play. You want to see it hold support here, right? Let's see if it holds some support. That's why I said getting in on that first tap here would be a little too early. I would feel like you want to wait for it to actually give you more confirmation that it's actually want to hold at this level. Maybe a change in the state outside of this bounce would be nice. But let's see. Yeah, we're deep in a discount. Midnight open above us. Let's see if we could create a change in the state. So it look like this is holding. You see how it's giving you signs that it's kind of holding? That's what you want to see. Like it's holding. You don't want to see it break through. Right. Just the fact that it actually closed in the lower half, I'm like, whoa, I ain't like that. But it's okay. It's permissible. But Oh, you see how it closed again in the lower half? But we can still get some support because remember, this new day opening gap is to a PD array that we're looking for to hold support. So, but so you see why you want to be patient. That's why you want to wait for a you want to wait for retests, right? You don't want to never just want to get in. I get burnt a lot by just getting in when I'm expecting things to align. Right? You have to let order flow. You have to let order flow. The price action tell you what it really want to do. So you see how we're kind of holding this level, but it's kind of like wonky back and forth, back and forth. But then you see how this one, like you see how it came up in here and it just displaced lower, and you see how it stayed in the lower half, right? Look at the wicks. The wicks are up here. Where's the bodies? All the bodies are down here, showing that it respected. Then look what it did. It created a change in the state. See what I'm saying? So let's see if we can still create it because it's still respecting it. The thing is that how clean is it respecting it? And is it aligned with order flow? Right? Is it aligned with order flow? So that's a nice. So you see how it's showing it's showing you, yeah, even though yes, we kind of closed below it, look at the displacement. Now we're on the change in the state. Change in the state is after this candle right here. Let's see, we could create a change in the state. That's a nice displacement away. That's exactly what you want to see. That was nasty. At first, it was looking a little bit bad, but then mm, if it come down a little bit, I'm buying it. When it come down, I want to see it come retest right here. Damn. Why did it pop up like that? All right, I'm long. Okay, I'm long. Entry was literally a little bit late, but we was being patient. Got for a little bit late. So we got a breaker also. So we got a low, high, lower, low, higher, high. Entry literally at the top of the breaker. We just tapped into that. Literally just tapped into that this new day opening gap that got filled. Let's see. All right, looking good so far. It's probably gonna I would love for it to break through this first percentage fair value gap, but it's probably going to reject the first percentage fair value gap, come back down. But it'd be nasty if it literally just runs. I will sell one. Wow, that's 100 points. Wow, that's nasty. I didn't even think it went that fast. I'm gonna feel that what 45. I'm gonna feel that 45. Yeah, so right now it's rejecting right now that first percentage fair value gap. So I was kind of supposed not supposed to, but so from here, this zone right here, right? I was being patient. So I wanted to get in the moment it closed here, but this pop kind of just so I actually was being more patient. So now I want to see this zone right here. Let me delete this because this is an inverse. I want to see this breaker hold. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Dude, I got a lot of colors on my screen right now. All right, see what type of order flow we get. So far, we got some good order flow. I want to see down close candle support price higher. So we up about 40 points right now. I want to see it break above this first presented and then treat it as support. So you see how we got no down close candles right here, but we got a little small fair value gap right there. It is permissible to come back into this zone because this is the change in the state. We literally got no retest of this change in the state. Also, it'll be nice if we leave this zone unmitigated because we can use it as a breakaway. But now we got the macro now, so we got the last 10 minutes of the macro, so we should see some speed probably come down, go back up. But let's see what we get. Zoom in some more. So let's see if it has the willingness to come back down. Got like a little late fill. So usually I would have called it down here, but we did not get the S&T. So that's why I was being more patient. So this is the first change in the state. So it closed way up here. All right. So this is the first zone that I was looking at to hold. You see how it kind of held it a little bit nasty at first. See how it's closing in the lower half, closing the lower half, closing the lower half. That's not what I was looking to see. So I was actually being more patient. So once it closed outside of here, Remember, the change in the state is once it closed above here. So you see, we just got that aggressive close way out here. So it ain't really let me. So the moment it came back down to this wick right here, that's where I got my fill at. So it's cool. We are still in a discount, right? So as long as you get your longs in a discount and your shorts in the premium, should be good money. Once it take this high right here, I'm gonna sell one or sell a little bit because we got these relative highs right there. Minor buy side. So we're constantly rejecting. So like I said, this is permissible. Like this, it's permissible. Right? Remember, because the price is not gonna just go in one way. It's not just gonna go up and up and up and up. For it to go higher, it has to pull back. For it to go lower, it has to go up. So we want it to go up higher. So that's why it went down first. So it's aligned with everything we were actually looking at. So and it'll be nice if it closed up above this first presented fair value gap, because then I'll be using this zone as a breakaway gap and I will bring my stop. But right now it's kind of, this breaker is literally kind of unmitigated, so it's probably gonna come back into it. Problem is stop loss placement, because I got in a little bit late. So it's like from here, equilibrium to the breaker is already 44 points. So I'm saying, so this is when your stop loss is a lot, this is when you don't over leverage, right? This is when you de-risk going to one contract, two contracts, because the stop is too much. Because I supposed to originally my stop's supposed to be at equilibrium of this, well, at the lower half of the breaker. But look how much points that is because it's super volatile. So I'm saying, so when it's super volatile, that's when you want to, when you see that the stop loss is a lot, that's when you want to just de-risk. I would love for it to close above here because this would be changing the state of all of these down close candles. Mm. That's exactly what you want to see. That's exactly what you want to see. So I'm gonna sell. Wait, how much you got? So we had 65 points, 68 points. All right, so I'm gonna sell. When I'm at 5, I'm gonna sell 4. I sell 3. All right, so 3. Stop loss below these down close candles right here. Why is A5? Oh, snap. I gotta change this from 5 to 2. Modify. I would love for it to hold some support right here because now we create that change in the state right here. So I would love to see this down close candle right here offer price higher. That's nasty. Sell one out that buy side because it's Apex. Apex has some shit called a trailing stop. So you gotta literally make sure yeah, but we're so it can go so far. That's the thing. All right. I do not want to see this 30% fair value gap get disrespected. So, damn, did we already close above here? Damn. No, we didn't. I'm bringing my stop loss and plus money to literally right underneath. To right underneath that 30% fair value gap, which is right here. That below this down close candle right here. This is the change that stay right here. And we have a little fair value gap. So we got a fair value gap coupled with the first presented fair value gap. Ooh. So our stop loss is 23 points. So no matter what, we leaving with a win. It's amazing. Great job. Great job. One and done for today. After this trade, I'm done. Because I'm not really upset that I caught it late. Because if I would have caught it if I would have caught it, I was supposed to catch it the moment. Honestly, I was literally supposed to honestly catch it the moment this happened. It showed me silent support, and then it closed way up here. Right here, I'm supposed to get in. Literally right there. But instead, I waited a little bit longer and I got in a little bit here. Still okay. Still permissible. But it's just like I need to get better. So what did we catch? 45. Our first sale was at 601. So we caught 58 points. And we're leaving two as runners right now. You see how it's actually respecting this change in the state coupled with the fair value gap, coupled with this first presented fair value gap. Now I'm just looking to for it to create a change, another change in the state outside of that zone. That'd be lovely. That'd be terrific if we could get that. I forgot you're supposed to take a once they get to the 8:30 open, you're supposed to take a sale, like a partial. So I'll bring this first limit order right here to this 8:30 open. Shit, from here to the 8:30, that's 55 points. Trying to see if this first presented fair value gap holds. It's kind of holding right now, but you see we got multiple confluences, right? We don't just have the first presented fair value gap, right? We have this change in the state right here. We have this fair value gap right here. Then we have this inverse, which is the first presented fair value gap also. So we have three confluences. Literally, it's actually crazy because now, oh my God, that's nasty. That's nasty. Didn't I just say waiting on that change in the state? Oh wait, you gotta close first. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh man, that's why you never get too happy too early. Look how it came down right into it. That shit was perfect. Damn. Shit said I ran out of storage. Stupid ass shit. Damn, that was a monster trade though. I ain't gonna lie. That trade definitely going to that buy side. I mean that 8:30 open. But let me not say definitely. So I'm about to bring my stop loss literally right below here. Boop. Cause we should go get that 8:30 open. Come on, man. Close right now. 5-4. All right, perfect. We got a new change in the state. Yeah, perfect. So I want to see the opening price offer support. If it come back down to it. Damn, I ran out of storage, bro. Yeah, I ran out of storage. Ooh, look at that thing. That was nasty. So let me delete these. Oh my gosh, that's nasty. I ain't gonna say I know what I'm doing, but I think I know what I'm doing. How's this too full? I just deleted. What y'all want me? Fuck yeah, I'm gonna just leave it. You see how it came down? Come on, 100 pointer. 100 pointer. Come on, 100 pointer. Damn, that shit said too. I can't even damn record the damn. It's cool. We almost out of here. Remember, trading is a poor man's gamble and it's a rich man's sport. Remember that. So if you feel like you're gambling, it's because you're trading. You're doing the opposite of what they do. It's all about probabilities, reasons why. It's not about the strategy. It's literally the bias, where you want it to go. You can learn all the strategies you want to. You can learn all the entry models if you want to. But if you don't master the four key components to be a profitable day trader, which are patience, risk management, discipline, and a high quality setup, you gotta master them. You gotta master them individually. That's why it takes so long to be profitable, because you're literally mastering yourself, mastering your emotions. Right? That's a 100 pointer right there. Take my 100 points and go to work. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that, bro. Give me my 100 points, bro. Let me zoom into that thing. Look how perfectly it poured back to the changing state. Like look how it did it here. Did it here? Let's get it. 100 pointer. Order failed. Nigga. 100 pointer. Tweet. Order failed. How much you up on the prop? The 7 holder. Well, we done it for the day, man. All right, let's break down the the reasoning behind the play. So we were expecting this zone right here, this new week opening gap, new day opening gap to get mitigated, which means I was looking for a tracement into that zone. That's the first thing we were looking for. First and second thing, we got two sweeps. This 7 o'clock sweep and then this sweep before market open. So it swept into a PD array. It's exactly what we be looking for all the time. Then we got looking for bullish order flow. At first, it didn't give it to us. Came back down. Then we started getting the bullish order flow. First entry was here of this inverse, well, was here. This breaker, low, high, lower, low, higher, high. Came into it, got my long, and coupled with this inverse, coupled with this change in the state. Price may keep going because we have another breaker on the higher time frame. Low, high, lower, low, higher, high. Retest, go. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one, man. We'll be here tomorrow morning. Let's get it.